Good afternoon, Big Brother fans. It is Thursday, June 11th, and normally at this point, I would be right on the cusp of probably knowing a cast list or having some information about Big Brother. And while I do have kind of information, we still don't have a start date. We don't know how long it's going to be for, but let's touch on it, and I will also touch very briefly on a couple of other things. But the majority of this is about Big Brother, so let's start with that. So this, I don't remember which day it was. At some point, this in the last 6 or 7 days, I got some information. I'm trying to be a little bit vague about it, but I did hear through an extremely reliable source that there was a lot of chatter among former Big Brother house guests about possibly being in this upcoming season. As in, they're being reached out to by production, hey, would you be interested in doing a season? Would you want to come out and do part of a season? Just to be on Big Brother. I can't even say for sure they were being asked to be on the whole season. I mean, it was implied that that's what was being asked, but I didn't talk to the actual person on the other end of the phone line, the casting person that was calling or the production person that was calling. So I'm just only guessing that it sounds like the chatter, because the whole Big Brother community of former house guests, the Survivor community of former Survivor players, they're very, very much intertwined and in touch with each other. The Big Brother seasons talk with each other, the people that were on it. They got very close, and they have a shared experience. And so they do keep up with each other. A lot of them keep up with each other. There's obviously some who don't, but there's a good core group. I would bet, and this is just a guess, that at least half of every season, anybody who's on at least half of the season, they keep in some really good touch with each other, as well as across other seasons and stuff. Because of that shared experience. So when this next season starts up, every year when the season starts up, some of them kind of go hey, what about that cast list? And pretend that they know more than they don't, or pretend that maybe they know people that are going to be on it, all kinds of things, because they like screwing around with the public, with the fans, who are just ready to lap up any tidbit of information they get. All right, so, but I did, again, the communication I had indicated that there really was a lot of talk going on between production and various people that had been on Big Brother in the past, to the point that there was this person's getting heavy consideration kind of a thing, or this is who they really want, kind of an idea if you believe what they're saying, what we're hearing, these people are probably going to be on. Not saying an all-star, although that's very likely it would be, or all-star just meaning all returnees. Let's not call them all-stars. Let's just say an all-veteran cast. So there's that talk going on. And there was enough of that communication that I had to make me think that, this does seem like it's kind of legit. I didn't say anything. I kind of was mulling it over in my brain. And then somebody else in the Big Brother fan community, who I'm pretty sure has some decent contacts within the Big Brother former house guest community, tweeted that they were hearing some things about, maybe being an all-star season. And I'm like, okay, that's enough for me. It's I'm hearing some things too, because I'm thinking, I don't think that person talked to the same person or people that I talked to. So, all right. And so that's, we weren't the only two. There was many others that started saying things okay, there's a lot of chatter this year. And there's chatter every year, but a lot of times it's from people that you don't necessarily know very well. And I don't mean to say that I'm someone that you know very well, but I'm completely out of this game. I'm usually not participating in this, all-star season or, blah, blah, blah season. I don't care. I'll find out when it happens. But this really did make me think, I think it might be. And then when you go with the logic of, well, and there was a USA Weekly, right, like within a few hours of me, or maybe later that evening, or maybe the next day of me tweeting that I thought there might be something going on, there was a USA Weekly article that implied that, maybe there's something going on, and the logistics and the reason that it would be the best thing to do. First of all, you're getting known quantity. You're getting people that know how the Big Brother system works, and they're not going to need to be as trained as much. They're going to be easier to work with. They're going to be, and there's a possibility, of course, of a shorter season if it starts, if it butts up against the actual fall season, whenever that starts. And so they can afford to maybe get in some bigger name people in for a shorter time. And they want to have that star, and I'm using air quotes here, star power of popular players coming back. So it all kind of makes sense that this could very well be happening. And I have let's just say yes. There's multiple people that I've talked to, and multiple former house guests, and yes, the thought seems to be that there's definitely people coming back, and most likely newer people. You're not going to see somebody from Big Brother 4 coming back, probably, or Big Brother 7, or Big Brother 7 was All-Stars, but Big Brother 8 or 9. I'm going to guess it's going to be maybe 13 and forward, maybe 12, maybe, I don't know, because, 12 was what? We're at 20, 8 years ago, 9 years ago, some number. That's forever in TV world. I mean, the people that are the huge Big Brother fans right now, the people that are loving some of these people, were not watching Big Brother when it was on back then. They don't know these names. They don't care about these names. So I could easily see it being a good chunk of people from the last couple of seasons. And, yes, you can see Paul. You can see Frankie because of his sister, because that's just a name. I mean, even if people didn't watch it in Big Brother 15, they'll know that's, oh my God, that's Ariana Grande's brother. So that would be a name draw. And I'm sure he's more than willing to do it. So my guess is, yes, we're probably going to, this is only a guess, no confirmation. Yes, we're probably going to see Paul. Yes, we're probably going to see Frankie. Will we see Derek? I don't see why not. He's trying to make it as a TV personality kind of thing with his detective thing that he does. Josh from the same season with Paul, from Paul's last season, the winner, possibly, yeah. I would like to not see winners, but sure, bring them back. They're going to have to play a different game. So I just don't think we're going to see a really long ago and far away players. I think it's going to be mostly fairly new players. Assuming that it is indeed an all-star. It still could possibly be a mix. I mean, they were in the middle of casting. I only think the reason they're doing it this way, if they are indeed doing it, is because of the pandemic. I don't think their initial plan was to do an all-star season. But I could be wrong. But they certainly were going through the casting process with people. So those people may just have to say, oh, better luck next year. Or maybe they'll bring in a mix. Just don't know. But that's what's going on with Big Brother. I don't have any shattering news other than I do kind of feel like, this year could be, this could actually be legit. This rumored all-star kind of a season, or whatever they want to title it. Fan favorites versus production favorites was the joke I made on Twitter. So that's what I got. Somebody asked, do we think we'll be able to choose who goes in? So in Big Brother 7, they published a list of I think it was 24 names. You have to go back and look. They had a voting page I thought it was about 24 names with pictures. And you could go to the page and vote for whichever ones you wanted to get in. Now, as it turned out, I think all but 3 of them were predetermined, maybe 4. So, that's what that is. It wasn't a vote for everybody, and we didn't know that going into it until they started out. And it's like, oh look, we can only vote for these 3. We only decide among these 3 people, and I think they told us after the fact, based on the total voting or something, whatever it was. But a few people got in, a few people didn't get in, and that's how that worked. I don't know if they'll do anything like that this year. They'll probably just they probably won't bother, because that involved a lot of interaction with people, and I think they're going to want to have it all ironed out before it goes and not bring in more people than they actually need, just to stand on stage for 5 minutes and then go home. So that's what I know about Big Brother right now. Maybe there'll be a big announcement today. There was a joke where someone tweeted, DM me if you want to see the cast list. And it's just a random person, I think, or maybe an unknown personality in some particular circle. But, they were getting lots of response from, oh, I'll DM you. Like, no, he doesn't know who it is. And, but Robin Cass actually replied to the person and said, hey, that list I sent you can't release it until Thursday. Well, today's Thursday. And there's a tiny bit of me that thought, maybe they will make some kind of announcement today. I don't think so, but you never know. I think she was just totally messing with that person. And again, just like the former cast members, she likes to occasionally mess with people too. So there's your Big Brother news. Now, what else can we talk about very briefly? Big Brother Australia started on Monday. It was pre-recorded back in January, February, so maybe part of March or maybe February, March, whatever it was. It's done. It's over. They sent them home. They closed up shop early, but they managed to piece together a show out of it. And so it is 20 episodes, and we're already 3 in now. They did 3, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They were about 80 minutes long, I think. So like an hour and 20 minutes each of them. And there have been 3 evictions so far. We're doing an eviction a show. Now, they've also put in, what are they at? They're at 17 people left in the house because they put in a total of 20. They put in 12 to start, then they added 4 on Tuesday's show, then they added 4 more on Wednesday's show. And promptly voted 1 out on Tuesday and 1 out on Wednesday. So we're down to 17 players. And then next week they'll eliminate 3 more. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday show. You can watch it. If you have a VPN that works for you, you can watch it online at Channel 7 in Australia. Or you can do what most of us are doing, which is you can get a download of the file or watch it on Dailymotion. I have tweeted links. I'm not going to try to give them to you here, but I have tweeted a link for an account on Dailymotion that will be probably pretty good about getting them up. And so that's your option. Go to Dailymotion and follow the link that I provide, and you can watch it. So, what else? I don't know. I was going to tell you something else, but I got the yawns. I've got a dental appointment today, by the way. That's why I'm out and about this morning. I still have not gone to work. There's still no plans for me to go to work. I am working remotely. Have been since March. There is a Sequester episode tonight. Those of you that are tired of hearing about Sequester, you may want to tune out now. It won't be long. There is a special Sequester mini this evening. It's a prom theme. I have no idea how they're going to work other than dressing up like you're going to prom. I don't know how else they would make a prom theme work, but that's what the theme is. The theme is prom, and as it happens, 3 people that played in my May 8th mini show, I think it's 5/8, that's what we call it, 5/8 mini, that Dash won. They'll be participating Geneva and Taylor, who is the one that I butted heads with at one point early on, and Braden right? Brandon. Is it Brandon? No, is it Brandon or Braden? I hate that. I know who you are, but I'm trying to think. I think it's Brandon, because I think Braden with the B, is the Canadian guy. So I'm going to go with Brandon. He's playing. So of the 20 playing, 3 of them are from my particular mini. And so I will be rooting for them very hard. But there will be others there. And that's tonight. That will be shown. That is a private mini, but it's being played publicly. So you can play in private minis by getting a group together and giving Audrey $25 per person, and she'll run a mini for you. And you can choose to have it public or just keep it completely private. That's your call. Some people are getting these things together to do public minis. They're doing them private. They're paying for them, but they're doing them publicly so that other people can watch, which is kind of cool because that's just one more way to suck people into it. It's also kind of cool because you can design your own mini that you know, of people that you want to play with, if they'll play with you. So I have been asked about a couple of private minis. We'll see what happens. I have said yes for sure to one. I'm just waiting now to see if it's going to actually take place. And what else? Can't really think of anything else. I'm going to say with that, I'm going to bid you guys adieu and have a good day. I'm about 2 minutes out from the dentist's office. For the record here, when you go to the dentist here, my wife went yesterday. I think I have to sit in the car and they'll call me. And then I have to wear a mask, at least for part of the time. Obviously, it's hard to have dental work done if you're wearing a mask. I'm just having a cleaning. But they'll take my temperature. So we'll do those things. And then I'll be good for 6 months. And hopefully 6 months from now, it won't be as much of a nightmare to do. You know? Guess that'll be a good tell, won't it? All right. That is all I've got. I'm out of here. Have a good rest of your Thursday. And again, those of you that have never checked out a mini, there is one tonight. I'll probably tweet out the links, or sequesteraccess.com may have the active thing. It'll start about 8 o'clock Eastern time, usually a couple of minutes late. But if you follow on Sequester Online, Sequester Official. I think it's Sequester Official is the actual Twitter account. Audrey will probably tweet out a link as well. All right? Or watch me, and I'm going to try to tweet out a link. I'm just worried that I'm going to be busy right at 8 o'clock or something, and so you'll be watching for it and you won't get to see it. But you should check it out, you know? Could be fun. All right. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.